Welcome back to my kitchen. Lovely to see you again today. We've got about 3 weeks left until the beginning of spring here in the Southern Hemisphere. Can you believe it? But in saying that, it's still quite cold here. It's been raining and we're still due to get some cold weather for quite some time. So it's still a great time of year to have lots of lovely warming soups and casseroles. So today I'm going to make for you a traditional Welsh soup called cawl. I grew up just knowing it as broth, and in some parts of Wales it's known as leeks. So I grew up having it with lamb. It's made with cheaper cuts of meat. Now today it'll be lamb, of course, because that's what I grew up having. It's made with seasonal root vegetables, leeks of course, and meat on the bone, which you need for the long, slow cooking process. Now it's nutritious, it's absolutely delicious, and it's warming served with bread and butter, sometimes some tasty cheese as well. But to me, it's a great favourite, and it's like a cwtch in a bowl. And if you don't know what a cwtch is in Cymraeg or Welsh language, it's a hug, a lovely, deep, warm, wonderful hug. Think the best hug you've ever had. So I hope you give it a crack. I'd love to share it with you. So we'll come down in a minute. I'll show you the ingredients, and we'll make it together today. Now I've got a couple of medium onions, brown onions. I've got some little turnips from the garden, and I've got some swedes. They're from the shops, so I didn't grow them this year, and I'm sort of kicking myself now. I've got a couple of medium to largish carrots. I've got some taties. I may need one more. We'll work this out later. And I have a leek. I'm sorry, leeks are non-negotiable. You must have a leek as part of this soup. And I've got some 4/4 lamb chops and a lamb shank. Now, traditionally it's made with the cheapest cuts of lamb or beef or pork or what have you. You must have the bone. The bone imparts flavour and nutrition. Now, in the old days, lamb shanks were cheap. They're not cheap now, but they do give a lovely meatiness. We used to give these to the dogs years ago. So, and some salt. That's it. Okay, right, straight away we go over to the stove top, and I've got a biggish pot. Now, we're going to start off cooking the lamb. Now, we're going to cover it in cold water. Enough to well cover it. Bring it to a medium. I'll turn the light on here, that's a bit better. Start at medium to high, and then when it starts coming to the bubble, take it down to a medium to low. And we want that to cook just gently bubbling. Now, keep an eye on it. You want to top it up and make sure there's enough water in there. And you want to add a teaspoon of salt. That's it. So, giving that a bit of a stir, and we're going to leave that. And remember, keep checking it for the water level, and also take the scum off as it cooks. Okay, you don't want that. So I will come back once the lamb is nicely cooked. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours. I've walked away and done some other bits and pieces. I've turned this right down now. The meat is ready to come out, and it's falling apart, which is exactly what we want. So I'll just grab that out so you can see how, yeah, it's very well cooked. Which is what we want. Now I'm going to bring it back up to the bubble. Let the meat cool until it's cool enough to be handled and picked off the bone and pick the fat away. Oh, it smells so lovely. First of all, now the onion is in a rough dice. It's not fine. And I'm going to let that cook for, once it's come up to the bubble, I'm going to let it cook for about 3 minutes on its own. And then I will add the other vegetables in stages. The leek, I've washed it really well because leek, if you're not sure, leek can contain a lot of dirt and grit and sand. Now in goes the carrots. And again, let them cook for about 3 minutes before we add the swede and the turnip. So I'm going to add in the turnips and the swede now, and I'm going to continue cooking for a further 5 minutes until they're tender. Now in goes the potato. Obviously they go in very last and they cook until they're tender. So I've removed the meat from the bones and I've got this lovely lamb, very tender. I've tipped off the remaining juice that's rested with the meat. Now the potatoes are not quite done, but now's the time you add your lamb to reheat it and impart that lovely flavour. Also, the right time to check your salt level, and if you want to add a little bit of pepper. So that is just gorgeous. So it smells absolutely beautiful. So I'll give it another 5 or 6 minutes to make sure that everything's done. All the carrots are done beautifully. Turnip, I'm just waiting on those taties now. So back in a moment. Everything's absolutely beautifully cooked, very tender. I did adjust the seasoning. It needed a wee drop more salt, but it tastes so beautiful. So I'll just do a little taste test for you. And it's steaming hot. A little bit of everything. Oh, let's have a little try. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful, delicate tasting broth. All the vegetables. Thank you so much for being with me today. Appreciate that. And take care. And I hope to see you next time. So bye for now.